Today we're going to go over the tonic neck response. And when we talk about the tonic neck response, it's also referred to as the fencing stance. It's noticed in infants as an automatic reflex. Whichever way the head is turned, then the limbs on the same side towards which the head is turned tend to extend, whereas the limbs on the opposite side tend to flex. And so it can give infants this picture of being in the perfect fencer stance, where they've got the arm out, the leg out, the hand up, and the back leg bent as they're turned that way. So the fencing stance is what it's called, but really that's just a euphemism because of what it reminds us of. It's really the tonic neck response. So whichever way the head is turned in infants, the limbs on the side towards which it is turned tend to extend, the limbs on the opposite side tend to flex. What scientists have discovered, though, is that this same response continues in a modified form even into adulthood with some adults. It's universal in infants. It tends to go away as they mature and grow, but it actually finds reference occasionally even into adulthood. So you've got the idea of the neck being turned to one side, the limbs on that side elongating, limbs on the other side flexing. What they found along with this, as they've studied, is that it used to be believed if you were going to get maximum force out of using a particular limb, your face had to be to the front. But what they've actually found is because of this tonic neck response, that if you'll turn your head towards the limb that you're using, you can actually exert more force. Now, I think weightlifters have known this for a long time. If you'll ever watch someone in a gym curling a heavy amount of weight, they don't look forward as they curl. They turn their head towards the arm that they're using. They're able to generate, they know intuitively, their body does, that if they'll turn their head towards the limb they're using, they can actually generate more force that way. So they don't turn their head away as they're doing it, they turn towards it, and it actually increases the amount of force they can use. Once again, it's sort of built into us. It's sort of a response that we know bodily, intuitively. We don't even really have to think about it, but as scientists have studied it, they've correlated and made this connection between this instinct or this response or reflex that they see in infants and how it gets applied then amongst adults and grown-ups. It's actually very fascinating. I encourage you to study this more, this tonic neck response, and why the body tends to work that way, that wherever the head turns, the limbs on that side extend, the limbs on the other side flex, and how that plays itself out then in grown-ups as they use more exertion and force by turning their head towards the limbs that they're using.